Hi everyone, just going to have a very quick update. It's in the morning, we're at 10:41 English time. It's the 5th-25, so that's the 25th of the 5th month. And the sun has not come out at the moment, it's sort of a overcast, but it's quite nice. Anyhow, this is just a quick update. I've had a few, I've moved some of the plants about, and we'll just go quickly through seeing what has started to grow and what hasn't. Now, as I say, when you buy these cordiciforms, you don't know what they're going to do. You hope and pray they're alive, and it isn't until they actually show growth, if there's no growth on there when you buy them, that the thing's actually alive. Well, this little Dioscrea or Testudinaria sylvatica has put up a very, very thin stem, and it's obviously alive. The Caudex itself, I'm gently giving it copious water to hope that it fills out. So we'll see what we do with that. At least it is alive. Next to it is its mate, a larger specimen, same species, and that has yet to send out, you've got the growing point there, any new stems. That tended to dry out a bit just at this point here where my finger is. It tended to dry out, so once again copious watering, not too much. But I did notice, if I can find it with the camera, just down there where my finger is a root, and that tells me that Caudex is alive. It's a few years old as well. Anyhow, some of the other plants in here are not doing too bad. This one at the back I think is Ibervillea. If I've got any of these names wrong, please correct me, because as I say, I think it's an Ibervillea. I've had this one a while, and that one's in leaf. We're looking down on a Pachypodium bispinosum, and that's got some little flowers on it. I haven't opened up yet, but it's in bloom, and it also looks like it's going to need to be sprayed. It's got, looks to me like a little bit of bug, so that is to be treated with methylated spirits. Perhaps it's going to be a bad year for bugs, I don't know. Anyhow, the other one here is Cyphostemma. There's the corm there, and that's growing well. So that looks like a successful buy as well. At the back we got the old, here we are on here, that's showing signs of new growth. You've got Namaquanum at the back, Pachypodium namaquanum, that's been flowering, been in leaf. It looks like it's going to go to rest. I'm hoping I'm showing these ones up okay. Right at the back there is waiting, and further over you've got another one in. I'm going to have to lay these out so they can be seen better. Oh, I just noticed the Stivania, which should be okay looking. I hope I'm focusing it at the plant. It's difficult to see the thing because and talking about eyes, I've got my operation coming up very soon, so I'm hoping that it will be successful and I'll be able to see better. There's the Stefania there, that's showing green growth as well. So I'm well pleased. And this one to the front is also showing a nice bit of greenery. So I'm well pleased. You've got the Madagascan palm, as they call it. That's Pachypodium lilia, I believe that's called. We've got another Namaquinum which has gone to rest. I'm hoping it's gone to rest. Certainly the leaves have died off. With these plants you have to be very careful to try and root them. I hope they're rooted. At the side here we've got some more plants which I picked up at one of the cactus marts. And they're looking like, well, one's in plenty of leaf and the other one in the front there isn't doing too bad either. So keeping my fingers crossed. Also got some of these very Dwarfopantias which go under various names, Tephrocaxus, Tunilla. It's just a general view of the plants without getting too technical. These have done particularly well. They've watered and in full active growth. They're not difficult, but you have to be a bit careful you don't rot them off. The names were there. Various names they go under these days. I've got several of these. They're nice and small. Well, they're small at the moment. They'll probably grow and need a bigger pot later. There we are. They've been growing and made good growth. These are a plant I do not know anything about. There's the name and there's the plants. They grow from like a little cordex. We'll wait and see what they actually do. We've got two Dioscuri esculentas, that's these two. Esculenta I believe means good eating. I'm certainly not going to eat these. And I'm hoping that they're going to put some green growth out soon. At the moment they haven't, but keep my fingers crossed. There's a nice caudiciform. This plant I've had for several years, and you can see it's got a nice head of leaves as the cordex. At the back of them we've got the Xeriosicyus, which seem to grow later on in the season. To date these have not moved. They've just sat there. They've been watered, but they haven't wanted to do anything. So we'll wait and see. Got a little two hybrid agaves. They're hidden under the plants. We've got another Pachypodium. This is succulentum. It looks like it might come into bloom. I'm going to have to take a very close eye to see if there's any bugs or anything. You have to be so careful. You buy plants and you don't know what you're getting. You know, just take one bug and you've got problems. Looking further along, a few more cacti. You've got some more Tephra-cactus. This is Tephra-cactus molinensis, a well-known, very slow grower. This one down there is, now give a new name, well, new name to me, was Tephra-cactus. It's Geometris longispina. So normally these are very short spines or haven't got spines. It looks like it's going to be a slow grower. It's interesting. Next we've got the old favourite, Pachypodium brevi. Of course, this has been grafted. Puntia invicta. A Puntia pycnocantha. Very similar in looks to aciculata, which is the one over the back here, which has got a nice new pad forming on it. Aciculata. Aciculata means with spines like pins or needles. And very apt because the spines are very sharp. Along here you've got a Puntia basilaris, which I think I've showed some of these before. Meguiliopuntia meguili. Looks like a slow grower. Tephra-cactus bonneri. Comiliopuntia pentlandii rossiana. That's this end one, and that's making quite a few new pads or joints. Something back there. Got Euphorbia susannae. Some nice Lophophoras. Now Lophophoras are rather interesting because they are self-fertile. They will produce seeds from one plant. You don't have to have a pair. So later in the year I shall be sorting through all the dead bits of each one, the dead flowers, picking out the seeds and growing them on. In the corner there you've got Ariocarpus agavioides. This was a plant I picked up at one of the cactus do's recently. The plant at the end there, name has slipped me, has been in beautiful blooms. Blooms are over now. Unfortunately, the damage you see on these plants is possibly white spider damage, which is a great pity because it ruins the look of the plants. The other ones are not too bad. Pectinaria, the astrophytum. And on the top shelf we've got another Xeriosicyus which is in growth, and as you can see it's doing quite well. There's two clones there. I live in hope that they might flower. I've yet to see a flower on Xeriosicyus, but that don't mean they won't flower. Comiliopuntia sphericus. This plant's been nice, lovely blooms on it. Some of these I've shown before, but they have got a little bit bigger. Aloe variegator. The good old horse crippler. Got Preschia. Some more Dwarfopuntias. This is Tunilla corrugator. There. Another Preschia and a couple more Opuntias. Anyway, what's happened down here? What's changed? Oh yeah, we've got another plant in active growth at the moment. If anyone knows the name of these plants I haven't mentioned, please give us an idea if you know what it is. I would like to know, because I say we don't know everything, and these plants turn up, and it would be nice to be able to put a name to them. As you can see, this is obviously collected from the wild. The main growing top had been chopped off, and you've got just the cortex with new growth coming up. Lithops at the moment are a very sore point. I've still got problems. Well, I'm hoping I haven't got problems, but you still occasionally get this white. It's a fungus, I'm sure, and I've been spraying with chinosol, and it has helped. I've also watered a bit more than I normally do to try and bring the plants into growth. You can see the ones with the white flecks on. It mainly affects lithops, but it has occurred on other plants. These are not looking too good. The Gyroderma or silver skin, they're at rest at the moment. Hopefully they'll be okay, but they don't look that good. I don't know what it is, I really don't. It's been a very bad year, one way or another. Be interested to know if anyone else has had problems with mainly the mesems, Plospopilus similans. These are seedlings, well they were, the seeds I raised from plants which had come, as far as I know, from good seed source. They're looking good. Echeveria lowii, not the easiest plant to grow, and that one there looks like it's on its way out, which is a great pity. But say they're not easy. Normally Echeverias are thought as plants which are grown with ease, but not lowii. Looking further over, we've got several more not very happy Plospopilus similans. The Gyroderma small ones, they're coming through. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that they're going to be okay. Some more Opuntias, Tunillas. And they're there. Ones I picked up at the Bring and Buys. It's always worth going to the Bring and Buys. You never know what's going to turn up. And they're all growing well. The Conophyllums, Mitrophyllums, they are starting to grow. They're starting to go into rest. Mariophyton, they're also going into rest, where you would withhold water and let them completely dry out. Some baby's toes behind there. They're being watered still, but watering with care. More lithops, more with their white bits of fungus on them. I'm hoping I've killed most of the fungus off using chinosol. But I say we can live in hope. But to my eyes, these plants don't sparkle. It's very disappointing because, you know, last year and this year have not been that good. A lot of it I blame on the compost. I'm not allowed to say where I got the compost from. suffice to say it came from a very large do-it-yourself concern over here. In the past their compost has been okay, but I'm afraid this is the only thing I can say. It's something mixed with the compost, and they now mix household rubbish with it, which you'd think they'd sterilise and make okay, but well, it seems they don't. So once again, if you've got any problems with the plant, and this refers to England, where you would get this, it's John Innes. I use John Innes number 3. I know I don't mix it with anything, I just use it straight from the bag. I've always had good luck with it, but I'm afraid that good luck has run out, and I'm slowly trying to bring these back to looking a bit nicer. Whether a lot of these will be ready for the big show at Banstead later in the year, I don't know. I hope they will be, but you just don't know. Anyway, thanks again for you new people who have subscribed to the channel. I try and keep it interesting. I do apologise for some of these plants not looking their best. In fact, some of them look ghastly. But I think we can blame a lot of that to that compost. Anyhow, I'm not doing the other houses today. I'll get this up on the YouTube. And any comments, please feel free. Where I haven't mentioned the name is because they're unnamed and I haven't got a name to it. So if anyone's got an idea what they may be, leave us a note, and they'll probably help out with that. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. I'm pleased what the stuff is in fact doing, but very disappointed with the results of that, and I blame that compost. It's never happened to me before, and that's the only thing that I can think it is. So if anyone else has got problems, let us know, because it's something I think could affect a lot of plants. And as I say, just looking at these simulans, they certainly don't sparkle, but they are alive. They are alive. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll put another one up soon. Thanks, and thanks again.